Groundhog Day has been celebrated in Puxatawny. And I'm sure they'll do it again and again and again. Next in 7's 4:30 News, we'll take a look at the financial markets, check tomorrow's weather and see what's making headlines around the country. You're watching 7's 4:30 News. Time to check the financial markets with Westpac senior economist Andrew Hanlon. Andrew, tell us what happened today.
Well, it was the housing sector in focus today, and some positive news with dwelling approvals rising about 3% in December. And that's the first rise that we've seen in 9 months. But the strengths seem to be very narrowly based, so we suspect that we really need to see the January figures before we can be confident that approvals are on the mend. But certainly no doubt that the Australian share market is trending higher. It closed higher again today, up above 4,150. Coles Myer advanced on reports that the company may spin off its Myer department store business. Rio also moved higher ahead of what are expected to be quite strong earnings for the company. And we saw Western Mining close just a little bit lower as the company advised investors not to accept the takeover bid which is on the table at the moment. In terms of the Australian currency, very much trading in a tight range at the moment, around 77 US cents. Last night we had the US Federal Reserve, they raised rates, but that was very much as expected, and hence currency markets were largely unmoved. Going ahead, here in Australia we have retail sales tomorrow, so we get the official view on what happened to consumer spend in that December period. Back to you.
Thanks, Andrew. Now, the weather again. David Brown joins us once more. David, please, is the worst of the wild weather over in the east?
Yes, it sure is, David, and good afternoon. And this is why, as we have a look at the satellite sequence from yesterday afternoon, these are storms that caused the problem along the east coast. They're now moving out to sea. That weather bomb, which has been driving all the rain and gale force winds over Victoria, is showing signs of weakening as well. You can see the system starting to slowly fill, but it is just drifting very, very slowly towards Tasmania. It's hotting up in the west tomorrow. We'll see this trough starting to develop in the region. It will trigger some isolated showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon and send Perth up into the high 30s. In fact, let's have a look at the forecast for the capitals. Perth tomorrow, a hot one, sunny skies at this stage, 37 degrees. Adelaide, just 1 or 2 showers, moderating winds, 24 degrees. Melbourne, a little rain at times, gradually clearing, around 19 degrees. Sydney will be fine and sunny tomorrow, beautiful day, 27 degrees. Sunshine in Brisbane as well, 30, and Cairns, an afternoon storm, forecast top, 32 degrees. That's latest weather. We'll have more at 6. David.
Thanks, David. 7 News coming up in your capital city at 6 o'clock. These are some of the stories making headlines. In Queensland, 11 backpackers have escaped serious injury when their minibus rolled early this morning. The men were travelling from Bundaberg to dig potatoes when their vehicle crashed on a rain-affected dirt road. 5 were taken to Bundaberg Hospital with minor injuries. The mother of a student killed when a tree fell on her tent has paid tribute to her daughter, telling of the heartache of her loss. 16-year-old Clara Clausen died yesterday during a school leadership camp in the New South Wales Southern Highlands. In Melbourne, insurance companies are counting the cost of the worst storm since records began. The estimated damage bill has rocketed to more than $100 million. Emergency relief is being offered by the Bracks government for those who have been forced out of their homes. Adelaide police have seized 5,000 red Mitsubishi tablets at a house in the northeastern suburb of Tea Tree Gully. Amphetamines, firearms, cash and stolen property were also recovered at the property. A 44-year-old man has been charged over the haul. And in WA, the post-mortem continues over last night's leaders' election debate. Liberal leader Colin Barnett dropped a bombshell promising to build a $2 billion canal to bring water from the state's north to Perth. The government says it's a reckless promise that hasn't been properly costed. Some of the stories coming up in state editions of 7 News tonight at 6 o'clock, as always, of course. But that's the 4:30 News for today. I'm David Johnston. See you at the same time tomorrow.